YouTube, what's going on, man? It's Credit Guy Frank here coming to you today with another video, man. So look, I want to talk to you guys today about how to specifically make a fortune with your CPN. How to make a fortune with your CPNs, all right? So look, y'all already know I'm a big advocate of personal credit. I'm a humongous advocate of business credit. We haven't really touched too much about that yet on this channel, but of course it's coming. A lot of you guys are really big on CPs, all right? I'm not a big fan, but guess what? I'm gonna tell you guys exactly how to make a fortune with your CPNs, okay? So the reason I'm not a fan and I wanna just get that off the rip is because a CPN stands for a credit privacy number, okay? A lot of people use them, from government officials to athletes, rappers, snitches use them, right? So it's basically you're getting a brand new social, okay? And with that brand new social, everything is blank, all right? Every single thing is blank. So all you have to do at that point is try merge that CPN, right? And then now you have a blank CPN and you can begin to build a profile as if it was brand spanking new, okay? So look, one of the first things that you guys want to do is, of course, get it into public records. All right, that's extremely easy, but that's the very first step before you do anything. Get it into public records, okay? Now, next, what you want to do is you want to find a bank account for your CPN, because remember, you want this to look exactly like a real person, okay? Even though you're making quick money, that doesn't always necessarily mean that you can cut quick corners, okay? Plus, we're talking about the longevity of a CPN. So we're actually talking about taking care of this in this video and not just crashing it out, all right? There's plenty of different crash out methods, however y'all want to say it. But right now we're talking about longevity. So first thing you want to do is you want to build the public records, okay? That's very important to strengthen your CPN. That's very important. After you do that, you want to get a bank account, okay? You want to get a bank account with your CP. Use Vero. Vero is a very good bank account. It's an online bank. It's a digital bank. That's very good until you start to build your data points, and then you can go and get a real bank and things like that. But first, you want to just use Vero. You want to open up a Cash App, little stuff like that, and definitely get it into public records so you can just start moving money, right? Because it's very important when you're talking about a CPN. Also, after you do that, what you want to do is you're going to need documents. You're going to need documents. If you're trying to build a CP for longevity purposes, you're going to need documents just like you use documents, right? Still, I wouldn't suggest you go into any establishment with these documents. A lot of things are done online. We're still in COVID protocols. I'm not sure if you guys know that, but we're still in COVID protocols. So a lot of the banks, a lot of the different lenders, they're still operating as if we're on a shutdown, right? So that means that you're doing most of the stuff on a computer. You're doing most of the stuff at a laptop at home, okay? So you definitely want to get documents, right? Because banks and everything, they're starting to ask for ID and this, that, right? We're not getting into the face scan. I actually thought we were going to go that route for a minute, but turns out for once they declined some bullshit that they shouldn't do anyway, right? So you don't need face scan. You don't need to do anything like that. You just need documents, okay? You need a bank account, and you need very strong public records. Very strong public records, all right? So once you get that established, okay, and you need to talk to somebody extremely experienced. Don't try to, if you don't know what you're doing, don't try to do this stuff on your own, yo. Because I'm talking to a lot of y'all, and it's you, so I'm not gonna get upset or anything. But it's like, I'm gonna advise you to do what you're supposed to do. But if you insist on doing what you want to do, if you hit me up thinking that you know more than I do, then that's perfectly fine. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to go back and forth with you guys. You know what I'm saying? All I can do and all I'm going to do is give you my honest and best opinion. And it works out for most people. Okay? So you want to first build those data points. How do you build those data points? You want to start by getting kickoff. You want to start by getting self-lender. And you want to start by getting rent reporters. Okay? Self-lender is a very, very, very CPN friendly way to get primaries on your account. Okay? After you get that, you want to get kickoff. All right, and you don't necessarily have to do these in order either. Don't, I don't do them in order, but don't do them back to back to back. Wait some time. Act like a real person. Be a real person. Don't get the tweaking. All right, don't get the tweaking. Remember, you trying to really make some cash. A lot of times when you really trying to make some cash, you gotta wait. If you want to make 50 G's next week, you put me onto the play, cause ain't no way. Ain't no way, all right? So, I think some ways, but, that's off topic. But look, so you want to build those data points. You want to get self-lender. You want to get kickoff. You want to get rent reporters. Rent reporters is going to backdate history on your CPN for up to 2 years, and it's very important because age is extremely important for credit, period. I don't care if it's a CP. I don't care if it's just beginning. Age is very, very important, okay? So with those 3 primaries, you having one of those primaries, having a 2-year span, that's going to be extremely beneficial because it's going to make it look like you're more established than what you really are. Okay, so that's very important. Also, there are a few other tricks that you can use to get backdated history on your account. Okay, another huge thing that you can do is you can actually buy old debt. You can buy old debt and assign it to you. Why is that powerful? Because if I can buy someone's old debt from 6 years ago and I can put that on my credit profile, now we cooking. Now we cooking, all right? So now you just and you already know you're getting funded. But you want to make sure that you have at least 5 accounts on that CP. Okay? The same way you would on your personal. You want to make sure you got 5 accounts at least. Once you hit 10 accounts, that's a ball game, which usually takes about 6 to 9 months. But once you hit 10 accounts, you can get big limits of everything. All right? Loans, they've cracked down on loans. So your documents have to be extremely, extremely official if that's the route you want to go. Okay? They have to be extremely official. So when you're building this, right, you want to make sure that you're not skipping any steps because skipping a step will cost you time. Time is more valuable than money. Okay? It will cost you time. Also, you can get a whip. Doesn't matter what kind of car you got. 15 to 25,000, you can get a whip. Brand new CP, they'll give it, they'll give you a chance, especially if you got a good credit score, so you can get a whip, right? I do not suggest you drive that car. I don't suggest you drive that car, okay? Sell that car. It's plenty of ways to do that, okay? Sell that car. I don't care if you sell the whole car. I don't care if you sell it fucking piece by piece, right? Sell that car if you're in it for cash. Now, I understand some of you guys really just need to build a whole new life, right? And that's understandable, but always remember that there's proper ways to do that, okay? So before you go get that car, please go get that apartment. Please go get that apartment before you get that car. It's very easy to get an apartment, especially if you're putting rent reporters on your credit profile, because guess what? You're already showing that you've already lived somewhere. You're already showing that. So it's very easy for you to get approved for, any place that you want, really. So when you go on rent reporters, they're going to ask, for like, who do you live with and blah, blah, blah. If you don't have someone to put on there that will vouch for you, make a separate email, make a separate phone number, and then they're just going to give them a call just to verify, like, hey, this person lives there, okay? They need to verify who lives in the property, and you know what I mean? Because they're a company. They have to operate by certain rules. I always tell you guys that, just like the credit bureaus, right? I mean, not the credit bureaus. The credit bureaus, they're a private company. So they have to operate by certain rules. They can't just do whatever they want to do and that just goes, right? That's more like the government, not who we talking about. You feel me? So, get that crib. I would Airbnb that crib out if I was you. Okay? Airbnb that crib out. After you do that, after you start getting cash flow, then you can start getting a whip, get this and that, you know what I mean? But sell it though. Sell it. Because you want 15, 20 G's. If you buy a $20,000 car, you can sell that car for 13, 14,000. I'll tell you that right now. All right? So what would that 13,000 be good for? Building up your personal credit, cleaning your personal credit, attaching a business to your personal credit, attaching a business to your CP. Right? It's a lot of different things that you can do. It just depends on what you want to do. That's why when most of you guys hit me up, you're like, yo, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, what's your goals? Because if you got $10,000 goals, like, we can make that happen. But if you got $50,000 goals, we can make that happen. If you got $150,000 goals, $500,000 goals, we can make that happen. If you got $1 million goals, if you're going to be one of the 5 that's going to make $1 million with me this year, because anyway, you're going to make $1 million this year, that's going to take a different strategy. Okay? Think about it. 10,000, 50,000, 100, 500, million. All of those are going to take different strategies, okay? So when you come and you hit me up, make sure that you be specific on what exactly it is that you want to do, because I'm going to give you what you want. All right? Remember, I got consultations still, CPN consultations, personal credit consultations, business credit consultations. Also, cleaning credit is very, very, very important. No matter what you want to do not let credit scare you. It's not that serious. It's very, very easy. Okay? It's very easy. If you guys have any questions, you just hit me up. My stuff is in the description. Also, there's additional gems that also comes with different packages that I have as well. Okay? I have lots of sorts of different packages, whether it's on the personal side, it's on the business side. It's a lot of different things. All right? We got multiple credit cards with one inquiry. We got the phone play. We got the sites to drop the phones. We got the CP step by step, right? To build the strongest profile, the fastest with the most history. We got access to 50 to 75% off trade lines, all right? To boost your credit. You guys already know what trade lines is. If you don't know what trade lines is, definitely look at that video where I'm explaining what is a trade line and what are they used for. Okay, it's Friday. I'm about to hit the streets. It's Credit Guy Frank here coming to you today with another video. I'm out.